Good evening. How's everyone doing? I hope all is well. We're having a good time here. I got Jimbo, our bro, with the rock. Thank you for the sparks. Getting situated, switched over. Bear with me. We got Keko saying hello, hello, and Whisper, yes, I agree. Love it too. Thank you. And there goes Herc with the boom. Goes the leather hype. 50 embers. Thank you, sir. Yay, we got leather. And Jimbo, woof. Yeah. You're doing well. I'm glad you're doing well, Keiko. Zeno, thank you for the auto host. Fox, I'm sorry. It's going to take a bit to get that one changed in my head. Maybe forever. I don't know. We'll see. But yes, it is Wednesday night, and we're out here in the garage, and we're going to be messing with leather like every Wednesday night. So, trying to figure out what we were going to do tonight, because I do need to place an order for some leather, so I didn't actually want to necessarily use some, because I'm getting a little low. But we had Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda's just cute, right? And we need to put some color on him, so I figure we'll work with that tonight. It should take us most of the time. If not, we'll see what else we can get into. But we tend to chat quite a bit, so it'll probably take the whole time, just based on things and tinkering and shadings and whatnot of him. So, anyways, I see that you're there, Herc. I have enjoyed games more recently, so I have not gotten your stuff completed yet. So I apologize for that. But sounds like probably wouldn't want to be going out and about getting to the post office, this, that, and other. Anyways, Gecko, thank you for the host. So yeah, I will hopefully work on that between now and through the weekend and get that to you. Shipped out soon, hopefully. Probably shipped out early next week, I guess, after the holiday. So, but yeah, that's what I guess the new modified plan is going to be with that. I'm not sure if you guys can hear. It's Wednesday night and it's been nice and the grass is growing everywhere. So we have neighbors mowing because tomorrow's trash day. So yeah, there's that. Let's see. No problem necessary. No apologies necessary, ma'am. Take your time. Yep. Like I said, I'll get on it. It's like I said, I had a lot of fun Friday night playing. I played Iron Banner by myself, and just it was a blast on the Warlock. And then set most of Saturday and Sunday in the afternoons into the evening, me and Jimbo played Sea of Thieves. We played with Cryptic a bit too. So that was all. It was fun. It was good times to have. Just getting to play a little bit again and not working. I mean, I worked, but it's it was just good to relax and have fun. So Bumper Rocket, thank you for the host. Jim Bro, thank you for the host. So anyways, we had a good time. And then Monday night I kicked tail with that Titan. You would be proud of me, Herc. I know you said, you saw good stuff and keep going. I had a 27 kill game on the Titan. I was number 1. I had a 3 point something, maybe 3.38. You have to look. I posted it on Twitter. Yeah, that was pretty nice. Okay, let's see. Doing some crazy focusing. Is that what we're seeing? I'm sorry about that. Let's see if I can do some adjustments, because I totally turned the focus off on that. Holy smoly. Titan is easy button. It was a pretty easy button. It was fun. And that's what we're going for, the fun. So let's see here. Give me a second. Let me pull this up. Configure my video. And I'm not sure why it's focusing, because the autofocus is off. So I don't know. Doing some flexing. Yep, flexing a bit. So yeah, I'm not sure why I got the autofocus completely turned off. So I'm not sure. I don't know. Yeah, I see it changed color there with the. That was weird. Everybody else seeing the color change kind of weird like that occasionally? Not positive on that, because autofocus is completely off. Weird. Okay, what I missed was done. Titan easy button, holy smoly. Yes, flexing. Yes, flexing. It was fun though. I mean, there was some things I just laughed at myself, because I'm like, okay, this is getting hairy, out of here, and I would just get out and get gone. It was crazy. Like I don't even know how I did some of that. So it was fun though. It was just like, how in the world did I survive that? It was fun. And I think that's probably part of it too, knowing when to get out, right? You engage, and then it's like, oh, it's a little crazy, so let's get out. Hi, Mad. How are you doing? Wow, that's super cool. Thank you. Did this on, it's been a project we set back to the side just because we've been working on a few other things, but we did that on May 4th. Star Wars Day of Sorts. Oh, Baby Yoda. It is actually on leather. You got the thickness there, and I think it's 4 to 5 ounce leather. We did tooling with lots of different tools and all that jazz. But welcome on in. We appreciate you stopping in. We plan to do some painting of it tonight. But just started, so normally try to hang out and say hi to everybody, see how everybody's day went, this, that, and the other, and then we jump on into the project. So how are you doing today? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. It's Wednesday. We went back to work, or I went back to work in the office all week this week. So it's been a little different, but it kept me. Thank you for the sparks, the 1,000. That is appreciated, sir. Or ma'am, sorry to make the assumption. But we are, getting back to a little more normal, which is good. I'm tired though, because working, and things are ramping up at work. Just not that we've been gone, but just the time of year with some budget stuff, this, that, and other. So it was a busy day today. I had a good time though. Let's see, since I saw everyone last, mostly Monday night was Iron Banner. We did that. Last night was just hang out and chill, and some streams, and just kind of relax. And then today we're back at it. So yeah. You're a sir, so that's fine. Good. Thank you. After I said that, I'm like, ah! Well, welcome on in. We are glad to have you around. It's very appreciative to have people here hanging out with us and chatting and observing our work and seeing what we can do and just enjoying in the creative atmosphere in general. So, good, nice place to hang out and enjoy with the family, and just watch some fun stuff happen. Yeah. Anybody else done anything fun over the last bit since I may have spoken with any of you, or just Anything good going on in life in general? I know we got Memorial Day weekend coming up. I know some people have plans for that, and then others it's kind of a somber thing because it is remembering of those that were fallen in service. So, release the baby. Thank you for that follow, Matt. It is very much appreciated. Very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, we may have some plans this weekend. We're not positive yet. I think also we're going to go ahead and I need after the stream go ahead and order some foods that we're gonna grab for the weekend. So that'll be fun. Maybe do some cooking out a little bit. And who knows? Monday we'll have a stream Monday, and I may come out here and work on some stuff too. So anyone that may not have seen this, popping back in, here is what we got on our Baby Yoda. So we've done the tooling. I'm trying to see if I have close by. Just a quick brief overview. I find the design I want. Here it is. On paper. Get it on paper. So we print it out. I wet the leather. I put it on there. I trace everything out. So it makes a imprint on the leather. That's how I transfer the design. From there, we're going to, again, brief overview. Use my handy dandy swivel knife to cut all said lines that I need to cut. It is a swivel knife because it swivels there, and I will just cut it how it needs to be. And then we go and start making the details of all those lines. I will use my maul that I'll tap with, mallet, maul, whichever one we call. And then we have tools, fun tools here. And again, that focus, because it's not auto-focused, it's not going to show it. So we'll have to, again, work on some more of that. It's probably better, you can probably see it better right about there. Anyways, that is a bevel tool, so I would take this, and I'm not going to do it here, but I would run it along whatever line we have, and we would tap it. Do that, and it would depress some of the leather and leave the other up, wherever, depending on what side of the line I'm beveling on. So we did that on all these different lines. I'm trying to think, what other tool did I use for here? It was mainly beveling. I used my modeling spoon to make some indentions, grooves, and stuff. Like I modeled his wrinkles. I didn't actually cut those. There were just lines on there, and then I modeled them with the spoon. Don't hit me with the maul, please. Jimbro, only if you need it. Only if you need it, buddy. Let's see, what else did we do? On this one, I got a little fancy. I don't know if you'll be able to see the detail in person. You can. If you look at his collar there, there are little bitty dots. I actually, because it's supposed to look kind of wool-like, the collar, and I actually used a sanding wheel, like what would be on a Dremel, but for the sanding wheel, and since it was wet, I just rolled it back and forth across there, and it put those little lines. It's the course. You can neither confirm nor deny that you need it. Well, we'll let Keko be the judge, jury, and executionist. So that means I didn't do it, right? Anyways, so that kind of gives you an overview of what we did a little bit. Again, that was the whole stream, pretty much, of doing Baby Yoda. But we are going to switch over. What command will I use? I don't know. I don't have anything right now but thump. That's what comes to mind. Oh, so yeah, I guess we'll get to coloring. For those that are new in, or this other bonk, that's funny. I am Irk. I work with leather. We're out here every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Central Time in the garage. And with that being the garage, tonight it's actually not bad. I don't have the car in here, so that probably helped. It's about 78 degrees, so it's actually kind of comfortable. Now, the humidity is about 71%, so it's up there pretty good. But it's actually pretty comfortable in here tonight. Not bad. We're not pushing that 90 degrees. But then I also stream on Monday and Fridays. We do games that can vary between some Destiny. We've been playing some Sea of Thieves. I played some Battlefront before. What else have we played? Done a little Warzone, not much. So it just varies depending on what we want to do. Then you'll be back. Well, thank you. Go do what you got to do, and we'll see you soon. But yeah, I think we probably are going to push to Monday and Wednesdays on leather though, and make Friday like a game night. So that's kind of uh, with the games. I really do like the games, but I feel that I'm not out here enough, getting enough done work, and that's what I want to do. But I do would like your input, anyone's input, what you're enjoying watching. I mean, I know some of you are here for support, and whatever I do, you'll support that no matter what, and I do appreciate that very much so. But what do you enjoy? Do you enjoy my jabbering? Do you enjoy watching me tool? Tool meaning doing the leather and stamping the tools and the whacking and this camera angle, this view, watching this. Do you enjoy painting? Those pretty much are the only things I've done on stream so far. Are you enjoying me doing these little one-offs of things like this? Are you enjoying me doing logos that I've done? Do you want actual projects that we stick with and we finish, from top to bottom? Show actually cutting of the leather, everything? Or would you rather me have it prepped and come out and, start tooling? If so, what projects do you like? I know I've not really done the wallet on stream. That's about it. And I still don't have it completely constructed. Again, I need to spend more time out here. But trying to get everything done is, it's only so many hours in the day, so many in the week. And I'm only human. So trying to get all of that done is a fine balance. But would like to hear from you guys what you guys want. As Keiko says, all of it. So just all of it. All the goodness. Got it. So with that, be thinking about it, what you like, what you don't like. Again, the stitching currently, I don't have a good setup to show that. We may tinker with that and see what we can do. But we have to change cameras around and see what we can do. But that just may take more prep work on my end of getting things set up before. But again, we'll just have to kind of play with that. Eventually, we will get the sewing machine when I get more comfortable using it myself. We'll get it on stream. But yeah, again, I would like your input. But for now, we will hop over to our paint station. And there we go. Looks like that's all good. We're talking. Good, good, good. Let's see what we got here. Just in case things decide they don't want to work properly, we're going to put that chat up so I can see it on the monitor. So, anyways, that's what we got. Let's see. Open up. Maybe, maybe not. Come on. Bear with me. Okay, so I got, let's see, the phone. We're going to look at Baby Yoda's coloring so I know what we're doing. Oh. I like it all. Like it all. Let's see if I can find my... We got a picture of a Baby Yoda GIF. You probably aren't going to be able to see that on... It's pretty dark. It's the GIF. Yeah, you're not going to see that dark. But the coloring, for the most part, is going to be similar to that Baby Yoda. Try to get that without the lot. Similar. So that's what I'm going to use to work on coloring him. That is the plan. Cute Baby Yoda! Baby Yoda! So I got all my colors out. I think I'm going to use, we may tinker with different colors. We'll see. Current plan and ideal are to make him, for the most part, a greenish gray. That, obviously it's Yoda. He's green, but sorry, he's not like this green. He's not green. So lightsaber might be green, but anyways, that inside his ears here will make a peachy, fleshy color. The picture that I have actually has some pink on him, on his face, so just his facial structure, so kind of a rosy cheeks, and so I plan to do some pink first, real light pink, and then again, like I said, we build the colors up since we dilute them with water, and I will put the green on top of the pink so that the pink's kind of showing through instead of being like a rosy Santa Claus with just bright pink cheeks and the pink being on top. I wanted to be a fade, so I'll put it underneath so that it kind of shows through a bit. We'll make him a brownish color, his robe, a tannish brown. We have the blanket back here behind him. Probably going to make that a slate color and do that. So a dark blue-gray color. His eyes are black. What else we got? His hands and his claws. His claws are like dog claws. They're dark, they're brown, they're dark, kind of gross looking, dirty. The bed, I'll probably do a dark brownish. And then I think I'm going to make it I don't know, we'll see. We'll do some tempting. Yes, a dog. Paddle, 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 paddle. And then I don't know what we want to do on the background just yet. And again, this is just going to be just a piece of art, not necessarily it'll be completed, but it'll more be on the art side instead of an item. So that's what we got. So we'll get started. I think we'll start, like I said, with pink. So I need a pinkish peach. So I got to figure out how I'm going to make this color. I got this rosy pink color. It's called pink, but we got to see how we're going to do this. And yes, this is clean. It's just where it's been caked on. It won't dilute. It won't change the colors. I'm hoping not anyways. I guess I could wipe them out just to make sure there's nothing in there. Probably be a good idea. Because, putting pink and then it turning green would be kind of funny. It might get the colors we want, but if anything, it's got dirt and dust in it. I don't think there's any color to it. No, we're good. Just where it stained it. Keep that there. I'll probably need something later. And I was smart and remembered I opened these beforehand so I don't have to do much work. I didn't have to, strain. The color change could be funny. Yes, it could be very funny. Okay, so we got this little bit of pink. But I think it's too baby pink. I don't know. Let's look at this again. Zoom in. It might actually be a good pink when we dilute it. Because it's going to be on top. So let's go ahead and dilute it at this. Shouldn't need a whole lot because I don't think there'll be a lot of it. Where'd that little brush go? There it is. Just stir it up. Let's see what kind of color we got here. A little bit of pinkish peach there. And again, I'm just going to color over like in this picture I've zoomed in. And I don't know if you can really see that too much. Because the closer I get to that camera, the brighter it's going to get. You got little pink hues around his eyes and his cheeks. Just a little bit. Not a lot, but a little bit. Ooh, wrong direction. So, anyways. Big eyes. Yeah, big eyes. I don't know that I'm going to do all the super detail with his eyes like they have there. And I didn't really put a nose on him because he didn't really have a nose on the cartoon picture. So, big eyes. Okay. So here we go. Just going to paint. And we can do the inside of his ears too because they're going to be a peachy color. So we'll just give it a go. I feel like it's more of a white than pink, but we'll see. I think I need more water in it. It seems a little not thick, but it's more the color sitting on there. It's not I want it to be the leather and wet and build it up. Sorry, I'm putting the paintbrush in my mouth when I'm doing that so it doesn't get anything else paint on it anywhere. It's out of the way. What big eyes you have, Baby Yoda. What big eyes you have. Yeah, that's what I want more. You can see on this side, let's get that out of the light. The first side I did here it's more of a white color, whereas that side's more wet, and the pigment will build it up. So that's what I was looking for. You'll still look good. We'll get it there. yes, hope everyone's having a wonderful day. It's been good around here. Got home. The girls had started dinner, so that was very nice. We had hamburger meat in the refrigerator that needed to be eaten. So they were given a couple options, and they wanted either spaghetti or this taco bake that we call. It's good, so the three of them have named it Yum. So it's kind of confusing sometimes because like, what do you want? If you say Yum, we're like, well, that's not Yum. Like, yeah, it's Yum, but it's not the Yum. It's Yummy. So, anyways, it's kind of funny. So I had spaghetti, a frozen meal, for lunch. So I preferred not to have spaghetti for dinner. So that's kind of where that came from. So it is pretty much a crescent roll. On the bottom, heat it, cook it just a little bit. And then the filling is hamburger meat. Cook it, brown it, do your thing. And then put beans, refried beans in it. You know, heat that up and all that good jazz. And then put hot sauce. As much hot sauce or as little hot sauce as you want. You're just making a mixture. Kind of like a bean and meat burrito mixture. You like Jimbo likes to play on words he can do? I think it's two. I think so. So, and then you put another crescent roll on top, like the whole. Instead of rolling the crescent roll, you just put it flat. So you got the bottom, the middle. You put some cheese on top of that, and then put the top. So it comes out as a nice big taco bake of sorts. But call it Yum. Then there's always enough left over of the meat mixture because we make enough of it that we'll have, and we can make meat and bean and cheese burritos the next day. So it's good. It's yummy. Okay, so we got that. Let's see. He's got a little pink around his eyes. Not a lot, but a little bit. Whisper. Yes. We'll figure it out. That's a lot darker than I was expecting that to be. Okay, I didn't paint it. It was just water. Ooh, good. Okay, so we need some pink around those eyes. I feel like I'm putting eyeshadow on him. Putting some pink. Not that you can really see the pink right now because of it's mainly water, but that's what I feel like I'm doing is putting a little eyeshadow on him. Baby Yoda with eyeshadow. Whisper, is that number right? I just reread it. Is that the right number? That's a good question. Second next whisper, or actually whisper 4, so that you know who I'm talking to. Whisper 4. I think it's something set up in the bot itself to give you the number, so I can, I guess, talk to you more readily and tell you who I'm talking to. I guess, and I know I can change that. I just, I thought it was off. I'm sorry about that. But whisper, it says number 5. Did you get the right number? Let's see. Okay. Slightly more, but basically the same. Okay. Well, maybe you were the 4th person there, Whisper, to ever whisper me, and that's the number. I don't know, because I've only had to whisper 2 different people tonight, so I don't know. But if it's basically the same Whisper 5, sure. It's not a whole lot more. I don't know anything about that number or model, though. And again, we are just painting around, putting a little pink effect around his eyeballs here. He's got some on his cheeks, kind of sporadically over here, so we're gonna kind of give him some blush on his cheeks. I don't think he really has any on his head, just mainly around his eyes and such. It is interesting. I had forgotten I had changed my my notifications, whether it's a whisper or an at. I changed the sounds, so I'm like, what is that noise? What is that sound? It's different. Okay, let's see. Whoop whoop, music, music, music. Which ones are those? I know, well, I don't know. Are those just mixers or somebody else's Keiko mixer? Okay. She said, because the star almost looks like Loch Ness's sub badge, but I don't think you weren't awake last night when we went to her channel, so I knew that wouldn't be that. Let's put a little bit in his frowny mouth, around his lips, just a little. Make him look like he's got a mustache. He's got a mustache. It's dark, so it looks like a mustache. You can kind of see the pinkish. It kind of looks white gray right now, but it'll be colored later. Mustache. A mustache? Good question. Okay, so that's all of our pink. I think we're going to leave that like it is. I can come back and I got plenty of pink left in my palette I can use if need be. Let's go ahead and I guess we can work on, actually there is some pink in his eyes, but we'll work on that a little bit. Let's go ahead and do the black. I have black. I thought I got black out. I guess I did not grab the black out. We'll get my black out. And open it up. Hopefully it opens. See, I didn't prep it. It's not ready to open. Dang it. I boasted about being good and look what happened. Dang it. Herc, are you still around? How are things going? I know you've been crazy busy lately. Just checking, make sure everything's good. Oh, this one's not going to open. Might have to ask a gym bro to come open this one. Yeesh. Yep, that's not opening. Well, black will wait. We'll do that in a little while. Let's see, what do we got? We can do Yoda. I kind of want to wait on the green, but I think the green will be, bam, show us what we're dealing with. So let's go ahead and tinker with what color green we can come up with. I wanted green, but I actually, in that picture, he kind of has a teal color. I almost wonder, not teal, but I have this gift box blue. I don't want to be that teal, but I think I'm going to put it with the green. See what I can come up with. And then the gray. Kind of busy still here. Been really busy work-wise. Yeah. Sorry to hear that. I hope you are getting work done as needed and actually getting some rest when you are home. So hopefully you can do that, and then anything around the house that needs to be done, and get that done too. So that's hopefully it'll be normal soon. Get over the crazy weather's just been crazy all around. Yes, mixing colors are fun. Okay, so we're going to start with some green. Because, again, he's green, right? It ain't easy being green. It's not Kermit, but, you know, that's what it is. Put a little bit of that in there, just to lighten our green. We're going to put water in it, and we're going to see what we come up with. Stir, stir, stir. Stir, stir, stir. Stir Yoda's color. Let's see what we like. It's not a bad green, actually. I think I want to put more water in it to lighten it, but let's see if we can get up there. That light. I have to have the light to see myself, but then you guys, there's a green I got so far. I think you're laughing at me, but that's okay. You can continue to laugh. Laughing is appreciated around here. Ha 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 ha. Okay, I think that's the green we're going to go with. I think that works. What do y'all think? Is that, I know it's far away, but what do you think of that green? Let's see if we can get up here close, close, close above the light. There we go. What do y'all think? Green enough? I think it's green enough. Looks like slime. Is he not slime colored? Oh, that's gonna be rough. Ooh, that blur. Yep, we gotta focus. There we go. Ooh, much better. Whew. So you see, I'm not gonna, probably won't cut this exact, so you won't be able to see. It's not really green, it's mainly wet. We're gonna go with it. Here we go. And again, most of it, because it is very wet, very watery, it's not going to look very green yet. It's going to look wet more than anything. And because he does have wrinkles, we are going to take, is that what it looks like? You need glasses, the blur? Yeah, it could be blurry. Baby, rewind. Baby Yoda looking adorable. Thank you, Maeve. I don't know. That's very blurry for glasses. Like, with me, when I don't have my glasses on, it's not that blurry. It's just not crisp. Now, reading from a distance is rough. Like, mine's a distance thing. But yes, hi, Maeve. Welcome on in. We appreciate you hanging out with us tonight. We're working on some Baby Yoda. Again, try to get that where you can see him a little bit. We did some pink around inside his ears, around his face a little bit. It kind of looks there. It looks more white, grayish, but it has a pink tone to it. And then we're going to start adding our green. And it's not super dark green here, and it's very diluted. So again, it's not going to be really, really green just yet. But before I color more, as I was saying, he's got wrinkles, right? So I want to color in those lines where we modeled, make those, the goal is to make them a little darker so that they kind of stand out. Because if you think of wrinkles on the face, they're kind of shadowy, they're prominent, they have some texture to them. So we're going to put that color in there and build it up. Just going to put some color to it and keep adding color, keep adding to it, and it just builds those layers up, up, up. And then we'll end up coloring over all of it and, make those layers that we need just a regular, very flush color. Whereas the wrinkles, we'll have a darker, it's kind of a, instead of shading necessarily with the tools, we can shade with the color. If that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. See? He's a baby, but has wrinkly face. Yes, because he's whatever Yoda. I don't know. I like Star Wars, but I don't know what his species is. His species is wrinkly. It's like a naked mole rat. They're wrinkly. That was supposed to be funny. And with the currently the white and pink that's on here for him, it makes him look old because I don't know, it just looks pasty at the moment before I put the other colors on. So it really makes him look old to me on my part. I'm sure Jim Bro laughed about the naked mole rat. He probably did. So many connotations there. So many. First thought was is it Kim Possible? And that's dating myself, but that cartoon, she had a pet, the naked mole rat. And again, just adding the color into the wrinkle lines. There's not necessarily a rhyme or reason of how much or how little, just kind of shading it. I'm shading his ear a little bit here too. Better have some green in there than I guess hair. You know. Oh, let's see. You've been cross stitching most of the day. Watched Masked Singer and Now. Watching Masked Singer and Now. Nice. Yeah, she's got a really big cross stitch project she's been working on. It's really nice. Got it for birthday, I think, last year. I think. So it's been nice seeing her work on it. So he looks very spotted, like he's got the pox or something right now, because it's all the spots. But I'm trying to make it darker than those areas. So then we'll go over with the green. But yeah, he does look pretty funky right now. Whoa, sounds really cool. Can I go? Yeah. Let's see. I can't change that, but never mind. We're good. Yes, cross stitching. She has a lot of fun with that. Does a pretty good job. Let's see. Looks like something from Rocky Horror Picture Show at the moment. Probably so. Probably so. I'll admit, I've never seen the whole thing. Just bits and pieces of it. Go ahead and shame me. I don't care. I know they have lots of paint, so yeah. But yes, I came home. Dinner was being made. Girls were working on it. And the yard had been mowed and weed eated. Jimbo and Keko both got out there and worked. While I have a feeling Doodle was inside doing something too. The way it's wet there, it looks like he's got a beard now. It's funny. It's like one of those cult classics that you've got to be in the mood to watch. Okay, got it. So, may or may not watch it ever then. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Is it almost like, not like, but one like Spaceballs where you got to be in the mood to watch that? I know it's supposed to be funny, but it's also kind of gotta, I don't know, feel like that's one of those movies you gotta be in the mood for as well. Woohoo, Masked Singer winner! I know it's not the person you wanted because that was you were sad last week, but is it a good based off of what you're watching tonight? She tends not to say who it is because we've had people hop in that actually watch it and have been behind. But I don't know that we have anybody in here that it was spoiled. I don't care because I'll ask later. We got Herc and Jimbro. I don't know who else is in here. So you whispered, got it, perfect. Look at you being smart, using those brains. Get it, get it, get it. Spaceballs, ma'am. I love that, ma'am. And I can hear the attitude, ma'am. Can be watched anytime. It was. I could see where it's funny, but I don't know if I wasn't in the mood to watch it then or not. It was just not as funny as he made it out that it was going to be. I don't know. I think it's one of those dumb funnies. So it's funny, but it's not just a belly laugh to start with. I don't know how to explain that. Are you not entertained? I wasn't super entertained when I watched it, no. But again, I don't know that I was in the mood for it. But yes, Die Hard, I could watch the Die Hard movies whenever. It's, that's your favorite Christmas movie, right? But can be watched anytime. Okay, when I get done with this ear over here, I'm going to show you guys, and hopefully it's going to show some of the green. I'm starting to see a good amount of green, so that's good. It's doing its thing. Say when I get done with that ear. It's still wet. It's not wanting to grab the color. Not yet, anyways. And the pink in the background, now that I painted over it, it's not really pink. It's more of a gray. And I got a piece of hair or something in there. Let's see if I can get it off of there. It's stuck. There we go. It's Mel Brooks. Enough said. Got it. Okay. There you go. Look, look, look. That's what he's supposed to look like. That's what he's supposed to look like. Or close to it. See, you can start seeing the green start popping out a little bit on him. Building up. Yeah. I guess I need to do, because this actually has a focus on it. Or the other, I didn't like the focus. This one's not too bad. Herky said some kind of inside joke that I'd have to watch the movie to understand. Let's see, what did he say? Yeah, just making silly spoofs. He makes fun of things that some people may not make fun of. Sometimes it just depends on what movie. That movie he's just making fun of. It's called Spaceballs. It's based off of it's a Star Wars parody. He's making fun of everything Star Wars related. So many people love Star Wars, so that was kind of the humor in it, that they're making fun of it. It's a dude that it's Vader-like, but he's a really short guy with a really big head. Call him Helmet Head or something of the sort, right? Then his friend, instead of having Chewie, it's a furry dog or something. I don't know. He's weird. He's spotted. Anyways, there's just lots of stuff. John Candy, yes. She may not know who that is. But instead of "May the Force be with you," it's "May the Swords be with you." Bartholomew. Oh, and as Maeve says, aren't all Herc's references like that? He's like, do you know what he's talking about? But Die Hard, in his reference, is a movie as well. It's a blow 'em up, shoot 'em up movie. Tries to save the girl. He's a bad mama jamma. He's a good guy, but he's got to blow 'em up, shoot 'em up to get everything accomplished. It's a good movie. Schwartz. Yeah, not swords. I know it sounds like swords, but Schwartz. May Schwartz be with you. Okay, we're getting a little there. Getting there. So what everybody had for dinner? I know this conversation all the time, but it's just an easy one. And it's life. It's that time. It's dinner time. Yum. We're definitely watching Spaceballs tomorrow here. You are welcome. I'm glad I could help you there, sir. Be of some service. Favorite Star Wars character and go. Jar Jar. Funny. He is funny. Favorite Star Wars character. Jar Jar is good. Misa. I don't know. Favorite? Trying to come up with something that's, I don't know, fun and not the typical. Does he hate you? Is that an inside joke reference, or is it because he likes Jar Jar too? I think C3PO is hilarious. Like he's so direct and so he's cyborg. He's just he's a droid. It's funny. I bet Herc did look at you, knowing who Herc is and knowing who you are. I bet he did look at you like, oh, what have I done wrong? So, what movie are you watching second? Oh, sorry, that was funny. Okay, now I'm gonna sound dumb. Wicket. Who's Wicket? Remember, I like Star Wars. I enjoy Star Wars, but don't know all about Star Wars, right? Like everybody, everything. I enjoy it for, I guess, what it is. But in the newer stuff, like I always liked the older. I always liked, I guess, Leia. It's always, I don't know, like that. Luke was, I don't know, I wasn't a big fan of Luke. Not that I'm not a fan of him, but as a favorite character. Playing games and stuff, I like the different characters, like the species. I think the Ewoks are kind of cool. Those are the little teddy bears. I like them. They're fun. And then obviously playing the game, I had a Rodian when I played Star Wars Galaxies. That was cool just because it was a Rodian. But to see the Rodians in the movie, I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird looking. Okay. So I'm not so sure about that. But what else? I like the vehicles sometimes too. The AT-AT stuff, the different vehicles. I like the animals, like they're just crazy weird animals. The banthas and dewbacks and stuff that they ride, rancors, all that's pretty cool. The main Ewok you see. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that's a Wicket. Cool. You like the Porg? Yeah, that's a newer one for sure. I like it. Jimbo feels like one of the original characters would be a bit of a cop out. But you think your favorite of all of them would be Poe. Nice, nice. The newer ones, I'm trying to think. I find what's the lady's name at the watering hole? I find her weird, but interesting, weird, and kind of cool. I can't think of her name. And yes, Poe is pretty cool. He's I don't know. He's the hero, but he's not the. I don't know. Not that you don't expect him to be the hero, but he just grows. His character grows and matures in real life. Real seems real. He's this gen's Han. Yeah, yeah. He of course, because I mean he was, spoilers for everybody. He was the Spice Runner, right? And he turned to be on the with the rebels. So he definitely this generation's Han. Okay, I know y'all can start seeing green there. What you thinking? Are you liking him so far? I'm liking him. Again, that's probably not the best of. Let's see there. Let's get some more green on him. You liking him? I'm liking him a lot. So I need to color his hands while I got the green going, because they're very small, so it won't take much to color them, but I got to build the color up. So but yeah, I just like Star Wars in general. It's just fun. I mean, what's not to be fun about it? Okay, some of can't. Dang it. Huh? What'd I miss? I'm confused. Of us can't. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I totally didn't even think of that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um, when we get closer to done or whatever, and we go to the better camera, I wonder if you can see a difference though. A hue difference, I guess. I don't know. Note to self, don't color any of his stuff green. Note to self, note to self, note to self. So I do wonder, your name is green for a mod. Do you have that changed in a setting or something, or can you tell the difference? And what does that look like? By the way, just wondering, because if you're in a channel, how do you determine who is a mod if they're green and you have a hard time seeing that green? What makes you distinguish that? There may be a setting that you can change to. I don't know. The funny thing is you actually can't see it. Don't even try to adjust anything to accommodate the color vision. It's all messed up. Huh. So can you actually not see your name? Like where you just typed that. You have your somewhat nerdy well, not somewhat nerdy, Herc and Friends orange yellow circle logo. Then you have your 4-letter name in green. And then you have the square that has the rectangle with a star and 57 in it because of your chat level. What do you? And on my screen, it's a background of a dark color. It's blue, like dark blue or navy. Like, what is that? You can see green fine. It's that color green is too close to the color of the leather, so they're blending together. So it's shading. It's a shade thing. Okay. So you just see me stroking the leather here with brush, and it looks like I'm doing nothing to it. Like it's because it's so close. It's a pastel-y color, and it's so close to that you can't see it. Interesting. Can you see the like the ears, the pinkish white color? Because if so, that's weird that you not weird, but I can only imagine what it looks like I'm not doing anything. So yes, I could see because I dilute the colors and the colors that you can't see well. I definitely that would be an issue. Okay, because it's not bright and bold like the full color. It's diluted because I want to build the color and not make it thick and globby. So in doing so, it's the shade, and have a hard time seeing that. Well, that's good to. I mean, I know you couldn't see stuff. I was just thinking green, so that's good to know that. If you put the green on the leather without the tooling, you could probably see, but definitely the tooling there is a big difference in the color. Well, I'm sorry that it's difficult for you, but that actually means good to me because that means the tooling that I've done is good. It's done a good job. It's got the coloring and the shading that I'm looking for in the work. So that's refreshing to know. A positive out of not being able to distinguish the shades. It means is shading there, and that's what I'm going for. Ding ding ding. Okay. Let's add a little more. I think we're getting close to being done with the green. So you could probably see the green on the wallets a little better then, since it was there was shading, but it was more of a solid color. It's more contrast there. You probably could see it a little better. As Keiko says, it's interesting to hear that. Normally, she doesn't think about colors like that. Yeah, I mean, that's interesting for sure. You can easily see the green on the paper, okay? Because there's a distinct difference between that. Nice. And the green here is not that bright, because that's brighter because it's wet and on the white where, yeah, the leather is the darker. So it's taking more to make it darker green. Well, good to know. Learned a little bit today. Like I said, I knew that of you, but the actual little more of the detail part is interesting. Okay, let's slather him down with some more slime, as Jimbo called it. Lovingly so called it. Our green names, y'all might be the slime squad. Ha 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 ha. She liked that? I think she liked that. That's funny. Hey, Mikey, I think she likes it. Yep, slather him a little more. Good slimy bath. Now that we're about done with that, I'm going to color over the pink in the ears just a little to not make it so bright. Did Keiko top anything? I can't see the green hearts. I must ask you a question. That's funny. Slimy names, slimy names. Yeah, the slime squad. I like it. I don't know. We'll see. Might be more fitting for those emotes that you put because, you know, things slide down like slime. Maybe. I don't know. A little more fitting than here. Oh. So yes, if anyone has any ideas of things that they would like to see, feel free to let me know. And as I spoke before, trying to figure out what people like to watch. If you just want to hang out and be goofy, if you want to see me do tooling, want to see me paint, would like to see one-offs of things where it's more art. It's not that all of it's art, but it's like a piece of art, a portrait of sorts, versus an actual usable item, an item of sorts. Let's see. Kiko says, since you can't see certain colors / contrast, are there any that stick out? Good question. Okay, so Herc, real talk here. It's funny. You put the bird with the arms, right? So last night we, after Poison Stream, we raided Locke. Hey, Lockness, right? That's who we went to. She was having her mixer anniversary. I think today actually marks her 1 year. So she was doing the stream last night because I think it rolled maybe into the morning. I'm not sure. I can't remember how long she went. But anyways, that was the thing. So we went and raided her and gave her all kinds of love. It was great. We had a blast. But I did that and she just cracked up. She's like, that is still the hilarious combination I've ever seen. So she loved it, by the way. And she just cracked up every time we did it. That and then her Loch Ness, the Loch Ness monster head there too. She laughed at that one. Okay, so I think our green's done. I think it's done. I could keep adding, but I think we're done. Let's see if we can get this close and kind of get some color. There we go. Kind of get his arms and got some color to him, and then he's still got the little bit of white areas around. And mind you, let's try to focus on things behind it. Nope, wrong direction. Looks like a gremlin at the moment. Well, he kind of does, but he's kind of gremlin-like. I could see that. He's got those ears. I mean, he's kind of gremlin-like. Okay, so we got that. Let's clean this paintbrush. I think we did good on the color. He's the good gremlin. Gizmo, not the bad one. Okay, so we decided we want to go with brown on his jacket. Let me look at my picture again just to see. Haven't seen that movie, but you've seen the cover of the cases. Yes. I don't know if I'm ready for y'all to see that one. I can't remember. It's been so long. I don't remember how scary and when it gets scary. So, okay, so we want to do brown, like a tannish, brownish beige, and that's gold. That's not going to work. I wonder, though, if we diluted the gold, what do y'all think? Would it be too gold? It's metallic. I think it'd be too gold. Do we want a gold robe if we dilute it? I just don't know how diluted it'll be. Because it's about the color. It's just going to be metallic. I just don't know about that metallic as his robe. What do y'all think? Can y'all see that? It's not going to focus on that, is it? I think it's too gold. Let's see. Okay, so as long as there is a stark contrast, they're all the same to an extent. There are only one shade of pink and purple you can see. So yes, when we're doing Destiny stuff and playing Destiny, like changing colors, there's some he's like, I'm not sure what that is. Tell me what color. Does this look good or does it not look good? Oh, that's interesting, Herc. Interesting. Warm colors look physically closer to you than cool colors. So it's almost a 3D aspect. like the tooling here. Like that's the job, is to bring it forward and put the others back. So you almost have a warm color looking more towards you than farther behind you. And she likes arts and colors and stuff like that. I mean, she's always coloring, always doing something. So I bet she really does find it interesting. Not in a, hey, you can't see things, but just that the actual how you see it versus not see it, and what makes the differences. Makes her brain think differently. I think that's pretty cool. Red actually pops off the page. Interesting. Interesting. It's gonna pop up and get you. Okay, I don't think I want to use the gold because it's the right beigey color, but I think the metallic's gonna throw everything off. So we're gonna try to make our own and see how that goes. I have a dark brown. So I think the dark brown's going to be very hard to get a light color. But we're going to give it a try. So we got a little bit of brown. I think I'm going to add this. It's called bone color, so it's kind of a gray. It's a lighter gray. I'm going to add that. And we're going to put water with it and see how it does. We want to lighten the brown. We want a tan, beigey color. Let's see what we come up with. I have a feeling we're going to have to mix this color several times before we get the way we want it. Or keep adding stuff too. Release the baby. Well, great. Welcome on in. How are you today? That's what I read out of that. Sorry. It's the word that jumped out on the page. If you go by something else, let me know. LSU is great. There we go. I see it. Okay, I gotcha. Yep. Totally missed that one. Sorry about it. Herc would love the LSU. That general area. We'll just leave it at that. Welcome on in. How's it going? Glad to have you here at the stream. We are working on some Baby Yoda that we tooled on May the 4th. Well, that was our festive activity for the evening. It was I believe that was it was a Monday, so we did that. Sorry, cleaning my brush a bit. Let's see if I can get this without that bright light hitting it, so you can kind of see. We have Baby Yoda. We're adding color to him, so slowly but surely. I'm diluting lots of colors. These Angelist leather dye or leather paints. I have dyes as well, but paints. Adding water to them, diluting them, and just building the colors up. So I am trying to work on what color I want for his robe. We want a beigey color, but I don't have a beige. I have a dark brown and like a bone color, light gray. If this would be a perfect color, this gold, but it's metallic, and I don't think the metallic's going to look, good on the actual robe. But yes, LSU, welcome on in. We, like I said, appreciate you being here and joining us, hanging out. We got some folks here. Feel free to chat it up with them. And yeah, thanks for stopping by. Have any questions? I'll gladly answer what I can. And yeah, go from there. We're just hanging out. Just hanging out. Let's see, but can you watch movies and shows, or do they look normal? We're talking about color shading and how different people perceive them and how they look different. So yeah, some people see different colors different ways, or the absence of colors, or not shaded well. So it's been an interesting, intelligent conversation, a learning conversation. So yeah, that's where we're at. But y'all keep talking. I'm going to try to mix this color, and I'm not happy with that at the moment. I think it needs to be a lighter tan, beige. I don't know. This is gray, so it's not really going to do what I want it to do. Let's see what other colors I have that I could think about mixing it. But LSU, I hope you've had a good day. You said you're doing well, but hope your day and week has been good. Around here, we've had a good one. Yeah, it's been good. It's the middle of the week. It's downhill slide from here. And yeah. I don't have any bright. Those are all bright colors. Those aren't going to help. Tempted to put just a little of that metallic in there. Just a little. But I think it might do the metallic too much. Let's see. Herc says, see, that's the thing. You've been like that since birth, so it's normal to him. So yeah, it's normal. It's not anything different. Yeah. Trying to think something that would be different. Not different, but something that's... it would be like Doodle. Doodle's always been the little sister, right? So that's normal. It's normal. It's just always been that way. Just trying to make some kind of comparison of something, but I know that wasn't great, but it's something. Okay, that's just going to make it lighter and more gray. That's not making it tan. Making it more bone. I really don't want it. Don't know that I want to add more brown, but I think I do need more brown. Okay, we're going to bite the bullet and put just a tad of this in there. I may regret it, but I don't think I've actually used that gold on anything, actually. Let's see. Okay, I think it would be cool to see differently for a day. Just to see differently. Yeah, I think that would be to experience what others experience, I think. I actually, my previous boss, she has had very terrible sight. Very terrible. Like, she would tell us stories that she got glasses, I think her first pair was when she was like 18 months old or something. She would, let's see how we say this. Her parents were, didn't think anything about it because she was walking around, she was bumping into stuff. But, a toddler learning to walk and, their equilibrium's off anyway. They're trying their balance. They're not great. So they didn't think too much about it until she really started really running into walls. They're just like, that's just weird, door frames and stuff. So they took her to the doctor and she had really bad vision. So they got her glasses and she said her mom was so sad because once she got her glasses, then they brought her home. They had carpet and she would just sit there and rub and touch the carpet and see it move because it's kind of shag-like. She could see it. She hadn't seen it before. So it was, her mom said, she felt bad about it, but she didn't know. So anyway, so she's had real bad vision for a while. And then just in the last year, she actually went and had some type of surgery, not just your typical. I think it was something pretty big, whatever she did. She went and did one eye and then she had to go back and do another. And she says it's amazing. She sees, and I think it was during the fall. So all the colors, she was like, oh my gosh, it's like overload because she could see everything. It was just crazy. I don't think she's having to, I don't know if she's not wearing her glasses, but definitely not having the thick ones crazy prescriptions like she did before. And anyways, so that was kind of interesting to hear that story, that she's like, oh my gosh, there's color. Okay, this is the way it's going to be, and this is what color I got. So this is what we're coloring him. Might not be great, but this is what we got. And again, most of it's just going to look wet for the first layer. K-Docs, leave an alert because I'm all over the place right now and believe you deserve an extra view. Well, thank you very much, Mr. K-Docs. We appreciate the tab being left open. You go do what you need to do, love on others, and it's late there too, probably. Yes, so I think you're midnight, probably 1:30, I'm guessing, if I remember right. So yes, yep, sleeping soon. So I appreciate the tab. You go take care of yourself, and we will catch you next time. Let's see, Maeve says, Keiko, I think that would be cool too, yes. Let's see. Whisper, it didn't give you a number, did it? It's been giving them numbers. One recently? Yeah, got it. Okay. I'm trying to make sure. Have y'all been seeing my phone here when I have that over? No, okay, it's been out of the way. Okay, just make sure. I will. Number one. He's the number one. That's what he's gonna say. Do you see a 1? Because I don't see a 1. He's the number 1. Yeah, that was kind of supposed to be a dab over here. Very poor dab, but it was there. Okay, let's add some color to him. I'm gabbing a lot. I'm having fun though, enjoying conversations. But we gotta make some progress, right? Yep, we do. Number 1. And again, I think I'm going to on the area. Sorry, I moved away a little bit. Where we have indentions, the wrinkle of his cloak here, his robe, cloak, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna make it darker, just so that there's some shading. Who does number 2 work for? Mixer, by the way. Yes, those are mixer numbers. Yes. So, who's number 1 and who's number 2? And who works for who? Do you all work for me? I don't know. Maybe, yeah. Actually, y'all are watching me and I'm working, so maybe I'm the one working for all of y'all. Ooh. How about that concept? I like it. I don't know about y'all, but I like it. Then I have to make his claws kind of gross looking too. Who does number 2 work for? Sorry. I know it's probably not perfect, but yes. You're funny, Herc. That's another one you have to go into knowing it's a hot mess. Those teeth, though. Whew. Dance for me, streamer. Do 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 do. Why do you think I will probably never have Streamloots cards? I know people say never say never, but I don't think I could do that with the creative stuff. I don't think I could. It's too trolly. It's lovingly trolly, but I don't know. That would take a lot to come up with something to work in a stream like this, I think. A lot of work. So Herc, I think I got my Titan up to 1,007, and no, did I get the gear score to 1,000? No, it's 1,007. I think my artifact is only like power of 9. I think the warlock is 1,006. I think I could be wrong, but I was happy to get them over 1,000. It was nice. Yes, very nice. Okay. That was weird. That sounded like a train. There's no trains here. Not really close, not where I could hear it anyways. But at some point, Jimbo, do you think you could come out and open up my black paint for me? Gotta do his eyeballs. And I couldn't get the black open. It's starting to get a little warmer out here, or it feels like it. Maybe it's just wearing this headset and being a little warm on my ears, like earmuffs. Rock! Jimbo's coming out. No singing, sir. No singing. Your Titan's 1012, 1012. Nice. Very nice. Yes, Marlar's not here, so no singing. Okay, so I actually do like that I put that little bit of metallic in there. I can barely see it, but it's there. Like, it's barely. Like a light shimmer. Y'all won't be able to see it on this camera. Hello, Marlar. Oh, look, somebody coming in. Even though the rock was played and then she shows up. Look at that. I think Jimbo's like calling her out. Not in a bad way, but saying, hey, Marlar. See what you did, Herc? How's it going, Marler? Thank you for the sparks. 1,000. I really like the robot with the mixer heart. It's cute. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. We are. We're just painting some Baby Yoda and hanging out, having a good time. Cutting up a bit, talking movies and favorite parts and favorite characters of Star Wars and how people you spoke her into existence. I have spoken. Jimbo has spoken. This is the Marler look you're looking for. It's been an okay day. Oh, you've humphed me. Come on. I was trying to be funny. Well, I'm glad it's been an okay day. It could be worse, it sounds like, but we are on the downhill slide of the week. So hopefully that's good. I hope the family and everyone's doing well and everyone's behaving and getting along. Just based on some stories. I say that very lovingly. Mike. Guess what day it is? Hump day. Something like that. Is that what you're talking about? I think that's what she's talking about. I think. I mean, I could be wrong. Yeah, who knows? Saturday. Oh, yes. Sorry. It is. It's your Friday, isn't it? It's Wednesday. Never mind. It is your Saturday. I'm off a day. I'm off. I'm out here in the garage. It's Wednesday. Come on. Get it together. You know what day it is. Ooh. Wow. So, yes. Saturday for Herc. First day of his weekend. Hope your weekend is going well. Starting out anyways. The first half of it. Y'all have anything fun planned to cook up or do anything? I think y'all made some gumbo last time. So, or it seems like recently. It may not have been recently. It seems like it. Just wonder if y'all are. I know sometimes on your off days you're making something. Yeah, see, look, I got a few commands. Not many, a few. I don't even remember what I got going on now. I think I got love. I may have hug. I don't remember if I added that, I think, but I might not have. So if it don't work, I'm sorry. I got lurk. I got, oh, this is so hurt nose. There is a shout out. Exclamation SO for shout out. Now, if it happens to be somebody that is creative in the creative directory, maybe not necessarily, not in a bad way, nothing that we would just hang out with. They may have a different style of content, but it's still creative in the creative directory. I have CSO for creative shout out. So just stating that they do creative content. So trying to help the directory a bit there. Nothing special, probably some Final Fantasy 14. Sounds like a good plan to me. Nice and relaxing. Sounds good. I guess it's relaxing only if your healer can keep you healed. If we don't distract the said healer too much, right? Marler, thank you. And some of these new ones, I'm not sure. Okay, in the little version, it was hard to tell. I was not seeing that, but when it popped up on the screen for me here, he's got a party hat on. I like it. The robot, Nixerbot, and a present. I like it. I think he likes it. Thank you, guys. Oh, that was the present's 25. Thank you. I didn't realize that. It's a little bigger one. By the way, Keko was so excited. She hit her, is it 100 to get that? I can't remember what level it is. Herc with the fairy splat. Yes, so she hit 100 on Mixer level. Not chat level, but Mixer level. And she is so excited that she gets to use Loch Ness in the ball. It's so cool. And that was another cool thing too. Last night from Poison's chat, we hopped into yes, Loch Nessie. Thank you. Spaghetti Monster too. I love the Spaghetti Monster. Yes, that's probably one of my favorite ones too because it moves. I wish the Nessie did something. Don't forget Spaghetti. Betty Spaghetti. I know. In Locke's channel, we played the. Did you play it, Jimbo? played the ball and we got to 200. She was so surprised. She was like, "Oh my gosh!" First, she was like, "Y'all are gonna get 100. Oh my gosh!" And she goes, "How? Oh my gosh! How far are you gonna go?" And it stopped at 200. So she was like, "That is amazing." Is it a leprechaun Loch Ness monster? I don't know. Is it a leprechaun? Can't scroll up enough to see that because I have another chat over it. Maybe. But yeah, I'm having a good time tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's fun coming out here and getting to put some work hours in and fun work hours and hang out with you guys. It's definitely fun. Appreciate it. All the love and support, all the host and follows, sparks and embers, all of it, and just hanging out and chatting. I love it, guys. It means a lot to me, really. It does. Whether you know it or not, it really does. It makes it fun here. I don't feel like I'm just sitting here painting and talking to myself and, worried somebody's going to overhear me and say, we might need to take her and have her checked out. I'm actually talking to you guys. I'm not talking to myself. So it's fun. It might be Scottish. It might be. I don't know. I don't know, honestly. Okay. This gray is the way it's coming out. It's not coming out as tan as I would like. So that may be eventually a new color to add to the palette of colors, is a light tan of sorts. Just something to think about. So as we continue doing leather things here and growing this channel and expanding this, that, and the other, so the cool hotness, obviously, with everybody is to have some kind of in-stream currency, right? I'm gonna have to get ideas for what in-stream currency we could use it for. I'm not going to fully lurk, but going to try and multitask, so I may miss some stuff. Okay, Herc, not a problem. I'll be here yapping. You'll probably hear me, so no big deal. Hang out, enjoy family, and we'll talk to you when you talk. No big deal. Have a good time. But yeah, anybody here, what would you like to see when we come up with in-stream currency, what would you like to see done with that? Like how uses? So have fun using buffalo chips. What the heck? I mean, I know buffalo chips are dried up stuffs. Are you saying that's what they should be, is buffalo chips, is the in currency? Because I think our currency might be, that's a good idea, maybe. I think we're going to go with scraps because there's lots of leather scraps. When the chips are down, the buffalo is empty. Wow, Jimbo, wow. I think we're going to go with scraps. Now, we're up to suggestions, but I think for now we are. But if they're, buffalo chips, maybe. That might be, that'd be an interesting one to keep explaining. But if you had a giveaway of some sort, like not just a giveaway where you earn things, but like a actual where you would win something, if we were to do that, place your bets. How many chips you got? Everybody put your chips down. Come on, let's go. What chips you got? That would be pretty funny. I about put that in the green. That would not have been right. Marley, thank you for the 5,000. Chips in. I'm all in. All in. All in. Oh, that's funny. Double down. Double down on the chips. Had them a while. They're dry. Had them a while. They're dry. That's funny. Could be interesting humor there for sure. Oh. But yeah, any input of any sort of those things, feel free to message me. wherever you feel the need to message me. I know I personally don't have a Discord myself, but I am on Discord, so you can message me. I'm in several, and it's just Irk, so you can find me, message me if you want. I have Twitter and Instagram as well. Jimbo, if you're there, type exclamation tweet. I think it's tweet. See if that comes up. See if it works. Nope. Do Twitter. Can't remember which one it is. I just did it the other day. There you go. There you go. Broke. Yeah, I know broke. It's like learning. Got to learn something. So there you go. That's the Twitter link if anybody wants to check it out. And then I have Instagram, and that one is Insta. It's Insta because I figured Instagram was too long. I know I did that one short. So that goes to my actual Instagram, obviously, but again, we do the leather previously before we even started streaming. We went with Knickknacks Leather. I feel like that's established enough across some places that we're gonna keep that, and I got too many things with Knickknacks for it not to stay there. So it's kind of leather with Irk of Knickknacks Leather, that type of thing. I am Irk. We work with leather, and the leather part is Knickknacks. Now I do some of the game stuff too, so that will be, hence why I'm on Twitter, and I'll do more game stuff there. But I do post about the leather stuff too. I just my follow maybe the people I follow more. I use Twitter more for gaming purpose, and then Instagram more leather related. Now I do follow some people on Instagram that are in gaming, but that's kind of my leather stuff a little more. Just a tidbit there. But you should, there's some pretty cool projects we've done in the past that are on my Instagram. Worth the check out for sure. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this. A little bit. So I don't know. Time wise, we'll have to see how this goes. I don't know. Keep talking like I am. Might be a late one. I don't know. But really, we mainly have the crib to do, the blanket, and then the background. So may not be as much. A few little detail background things that do some dye work with. I don't think I'm gonna the background of his sleeves there. I think I'm going to do that with a little black dye. I don't think I'm going to do it with the black paint. Paint kind of is a glossy look, and I don't really want that to be glossy. I want to do the background. And then we'll let it dry, and we'll resist it and antique it and do all that jazz and cut it out. Again, this will be a different day. Oops, excuse me, I got a hiccup. Take me a drink. Okay, I think after this color I'm going to take a bit of a movement break and move over and show you guys on the bigger camera, and just so I can stretch out a bit from sitting down in the chair. If that's okay with you guys. But yeah, it's turning out pretty good. I like it. Again, I would have rather this been a little more of a brown, but I didn't feel like I was getting a good brown. Brown was too dark. The actual brown I have. So it would have been dark. And I'm going to be using brown on the crib in a little bit, so I didn't actually want that to be too close since they're right next to each other. Okay. I think we're going to call that quits for that part. Put that in there, rinse it off a bit. Put it back over here and let it dry out while we move over a minute. We'll take this over and So I'm going to show you up here so you can see potentially. I can't see what I'm doing now because my side has frozen on my, need to do a refresh there, but hopefully you can see something. Not positive, but we'll go to the other area. Marla, thank you. Let's see, we'll go over here, and of course it's asleep. I got to figure that out. Got to do some research on that. Figure out why it's doing that. Not sure. Yeah, it does. I don't know. It's like the camera goes to sleep, so I need to. There's got to be a setting somewhere. So, anyways, that's what we got. See, he's green. He's not slimy. He's green. What y'all think? I think he's pretty. I think he looks good. He's cute. Might throw a little more over the pink, the ears. A little more green, just a little bit. At least on this one, because it's kind of a darker. That's where you like it so far. So far. What are you trying to say? So far. But yeah. So we got. That was you're about to say the ear. Yeah, it's very like you like it. So far you like it, or the ear part? What I said. Which part were you gonna say, Keiko? Because I'm confused. Y'all confused me too much. The ear, yeah. And I think that's because when I first put it on there, that was before I diluted it some more. So it's just more white. So I use my green to go over it. I think we'll be fine. But while I'm up stretching, as our typical, we'll put this, where are we going to put this? I want it kind of where you can still see it, but a little out of the way. Where we want to put it? Let's set it over here. It's kind of Baby Yoda. Anyways, you can see it there, but as usual, Keiko, I don't know if Doodle did any of this or not, so I apologize if I don't give proper credit, but Keiko did some of these. I know they've both been drawing, so anyways. We have a Little Mermaid, but yep, like usual, show off some stuff, what they've been up to, because obviously they're creative and artsy as well. There is Rapunzel, the newer Rapunzel, and there's a little Pascal in the background. If you see him, he's cute. Down there, little Pascal. And I'm being told that Keiko did all of these, so there you go. We have Belle and the Beast, or Beauty and the Beast, either way you want to call it. I like this one. Snow White. It's cute. It's just really cute. So we have those that they made, or that she made, Keiko made. Again, just give her a little bit of spotlight while I take a moment to stretch. And they got a couple other things here too. You like the apple? So I am really digging these things that they're doing. They're little arts here, but as you can see that they're folded here. We have another piece, the way they folded it. So it pops, it's a pop open thing. So you, bam, you have multiple ice creams. Different moods of ice cream, I'm thinking, is what they are. But I like it. I like it. Bam. I think she did a really good job. And then the next one, she likes a flamingo. We got a baby flamingo. Just a itty bitty baby. That's all it is. Just a itty bitty baby. Oh, we got multiple ones. Boop, boop, boop. Itty bitty baby. Bloop. A flock. Flock of flamingos. So you should have made one falling as it was melting. That'd been pretty good. Mama and kids. Oh, okay. I got it. Mama and its two little girls. I see. I see. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So yeah, that's what she's been up to recently. And like I said, she's doing her cross stitching. I'll give another close up before we head back over there and get back to work. That's what we got going on. Baby Yoda. Patty Baby Yoda in his crib. Because he wants his chicken nuggets and chocolate milk. Okay, let me switch over so I can see everything that I need to see when I get back over there sitting down. That should be good. But I need to switch scenes and hopefully the camera will come up. and such. There we go. Winky face, huh? Winky, winky, winky. Okay, so let's get back to work. I need to use my little bit of black dye. I want to go ahead and do that and get that knocked out. It's not much, just a little space here and there. And again, Jimbo, when you get a chance, if you could come open the black paint, would be great. Again, that would be the paint. I'm working with a dye, so that I don't know that I like that brush. Will that brush do for there? We'll see. Oh, I hear a door opening. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? See if you can muscle that open, sir. Yeah.
It's all.
It's stuck.
It's all wet.
It's not wet. It's just hard to grab. Use that. Maybe. Heave ho, heave ho. I couldn't open it. I'm gonna have to clean it, I think. There we go. Clean it and get the paint off of it so it doesn't seal back shut. Thank you, sir. Need to bring a butter knife so you can bang it. I don't think banging the plastic, that works on the jars on a seal. I don't know that it'll work here. And it froze again on me, so I'm not being able to see that. Will you refresh that page over there, please? Yep. For whatever reason, it's not doing what I'd like it to do. There we go. My name is Blue. Blue? Boo-hoo, Blue? I'm so confused. Name. My name. Her username. Huh? Oh, your name is Blue, no pro. Okay, got it. No pro. I got it. Sorry, I'm a little slow here, guys. I'm not as
I wasn't gonna say it, but since you said it.
You hear him? He's making fun of my age. Well, between the two of facepalm, yeah. Between the two of you that actually know their Kego Maeve, I'm not as spry or spring chickens like the two of you. I'm a bit more mature, aged. I might have a few of them wrinkles like Baby Yoda has.
You trying to say you're like a fine wine?
I am like a fine wine. You go away. He's trolling me. There's his singing.
That's Tennessee whiskey.
So yeah.
Tennessee whiskey.
He's gonna keep singing.
Tennessee whiskey.
Whether you can hear him actually or just an echo, I don't know. Uh-oh, Marlo's got the rock now. You're out here. Oh, he left. Oh, he's there.
You're as smooth.
I don't know if you can hear that.
As Tennessee whiskey. I forgot the words.
He forgot the words. He likes the song, but he sings with the he sings with the song normally.
Tell you what, let me refresh myself.
He's gonna review and he'll be back. Later, Herc. Go lurk. The garage echo. Yeah, echo. We can hear him. That's funny. Well, I'm glad y'all can hear him. And now I have everybody singing from in the house with the garage door open. Okay, let's get this little bit of black what we need done here with the actual dye and get it closed up so we don't cause a big old mess of anything here. Just need a little bit. Okay, Herc gonna lurk from Herc and then he's gonna unlurk. Welcome back from doing your thing. We missed you. You were gone so long, sir. Are you just testing stuff out? Thank you, Marler. Thank you. But do whatever you need to do, buddy. I get it. Have fun. Enjoy. We appreciate you being here always. And the lurk is appreciated from both of you guys if y'all get busy. Because I know you're going to want your healer. I know our Wednesday schedule could be good for you guys for a little bit because you can do something together, but also deter you from doing things that you would like to do. So get it. So do what you got to do. Yeah, I use this black. It's awful black. I got all these other dull colors, and then I have this big dark black. I don't know how that was a good idea, but we'll see. We'll hopefully dilute it down later. Let's see, that's a little bit of black here. Okay, so we're done with the black. Put the lid on it and get it out of the way so it doesn't make anything else pigmented anywhere. Again, for whatever reason, I'm going to have to switch back over. I'm viewing so I can see what I'm doing on my mixer page, but for whatever reason, my computer's being a little silly today and doesn't want to keep it refreshed and let me see it, so I need to switch over to my OBS screen. I just like using the mixer to view because it's a larger screen. I can see what I'm doing a little better than OBS is a little smaller, but if I can see what I'm moving and doing, it's fine. But yes, Marla, thank you for those 1,000 sparks. Okay, let's see what we got here. Make sure I'm moving. Yep, okay, I can see. Okay, so we talked about we want to add a little more green back over that one ear because it's a little light. Pretty bright colored there. And not a lot of green, just kind of tone it down, hopefully. Hopefully, we'll see. And while we're at it and got the wet brush, we'll just go ahead and go all over him a little more, just add some more green to him. Not going to hurt to add a little more green, right? Because he's awful green. That's what he's supposed to be. Okay, we got that going on. Clean my brush a bit. We're going to use the pink again and get in the corner of his eyes this time. Just the corners. We'll use the black on his eyes in a minute since Jimbo come out here and opened it for us. Use it before we get on to the next stuff. Again, just in the corners. Okay. Not a lot, just something. Pretty much the black. I think I'm going to go... What do we do with the black? He opened it. What do we do with it? There it is. It looked blue. We're just going to put a dab of black there. So we're not really going to need much of it. We're going to paint his eyes black because that's what the eyeballs look like. And we're going to do those a solid black. And I'm opting to use the paint here because it's kind of got a gloss to it. And it'll be a little shiny, kind of make the eyes a little bit of shine. Not real shiny, but just a little gloss. Still debating if I should do a white spot in the middle of his eye. I'm not positive yet. If I want to do that, I need to look at some pictures and see how many have white spots and not white spots. Might just leave it black. Looking pretty good. Makes it look a little more There. Eyeballs. Yay, we got eyeballs. What is your favorite bot? I like the heart one, but that's just me. I'm gonna guess Doodle likes the cat looking one. I like the heart, the hype bot. Yes, I like. Is that what it is? A hype bot? The heart one I like. Cute. Thank you, Marler. Thank you. He's supposed to be cute. Yes, that's my favorite. As you noticed, I like the hearts on Mixer. Too many of them. Okay, so we have the brown of the bed, the black, not the black, but the slate of the blanket, and then his brown claws that are different brown than the bed. So I think we're going to go with the brown of the bed first, because that's going to be a straight brown. Because I want a little bit of a gloss on it, and I want it dark. Slate, yet another color that I would never come up with a name for. Sorry. Yeah, he said a dark blue. What do you say? I don't remember what you said, but slate. That's the color I come up with. I think that's a not to be offensive by any means, but it seems like guys are simple with colors. It's pink, it's red, it's brown. It's, just traditional colors where girls may give them different, different colors. So instead of navy dark blue, I'm like, well, what's a slate color? I don't know. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that. That kind of snuck up on me. Yeah, many shades of each. Yeah, many shades. So we'll leave it at that. There's a pink called razzmatazz. There you go. See, that's a fun word to say, razzmatazz. Am I saying that right? Razzmatazz. Sorry, not razzmatazz. Razzmatazz. Really? There's all kind of colors. The only color Jimbo's going to step out there and call something different, he's going to say chartreuse. And what is chartreuse? I still don't know what chartreuse is. He's always making fun of that. Yes. Okay, I think on this one I'm gonna use a bigger brush. Yes, I'm gonna use a bigger brush because this is a little bigger space. Not a lot bigger, but a little bigger. Make it a little faster. Our color. Let's see. What color? This color. Razzmatazz. I don't know. It's pink. I don't know. I've never heard of razzmatazz. It sounds cool. I like it, but I don't know what shade of pink that is. Think of it like Sprite. Lemon lime combo. Okay, got it. So bright yellow is lemon lime. Got it. I don't know. This is the only emote I know that's pink. Well, there you go. It's hot pink. It's a bright pink. I don't know. You're gonna make me have to Google razzmatazz later. Yeah, top side of the crystal just a little darker. Cool. Very cool. And yes, I like the ember with the crown. That one's a nice one. Good Rob one for sure. Did somebody tickle somebody in the house and somebody run and jump and scream? Good night. This Baby Yoda is going to bed. Okay, Baby Yoda, okay, go. Good night. We shall catch you next go around. And Doodle, yes, I heard some squealing, screaming, and bonking of a wall. So good night, Keko. Love you. We'll see you hopefully in the morning. And Doodle, good night. I will probably not see you in the morning based on the rest of the record this week. Love you both, and I'll see you sometime tomorrow, guys. Good night. Love you. Yes, Jimbo apparently tickled Doodle. And yeah, she squealed. A lot. Hoping there's not a hole in my wall somewhere. Marler says night, and Maeve says see you, Keko. That brush is not going to pick up as much as I thought it was going to pick up. It picked up a lot to start with, probably because of the dry brush, not the wet brush. Now it's a little more wet. Using way more than I thought I'd use. Alert, go do your thing. So yeah. We got 9 o'clock. Yeah, we'll see. This brown's taking longer than I thought it was going to take, so we'll see how long. Try to stay out here and finish it up. Again, chat's always been. I try to decide how long things should take me just to work on them, but we end up chatting, which I love. So it's a little different. So when I got a good chunk of people in here, we talk it up good. It's very nice. Takes a little longer to get the work done, but that's okay too, because it makes it not as not that it's boring, but lonely, I guess we'll say. So it's fun to pass the time chatting with you guys. Let's see, bumper that got deleted. I'm not sure why. Let's see. Yoda looks less like a gremlin now, wouldn't you say? Maybe gremlin. Maybe, I don't know. Sure what? I guess that was deleted. Was it deleted by Catbot? No, deleted by Bumper. Never mind. Sorry. I'm looking. I'm trying. I haven't had many people delete things, so I'm trying to see that. So yeah. LOL. LOL. I'm sorry. Yeah. Bumper Jimbo was talking earlier. It looked like a gremlin, so I'm glad you made the reference. So Jimbo, what do you think? Does it still look like a gremlin? I hope it doesn't look like a gremlin. That's if Jimbo's hanging around with us. Okay, so I did that. That's going to be wet when I run my hand there, and so we're going to turn it this way so you guys can see. And the one thing about diluting the paints, I can just paint. If it's solid, I feel like I have to paint it. The other I smear it. Gremlin, Gizmo, one of those. I think it's Gizmo with a Z. It's Gizmo. Looks like a final evolution of Mogwai. That's probably not right, but I don't know that one. I know a good chunk of them, but I don't know that one. Don't judge me. Dang. Like I'm using like Mogwai. Okay. Well, look at Bumper knowing her stuff. I say her. She's got a ladybug. I'm assuming it's a her. Mogwai? 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 Mog who? Mog me? I don't know. I'm so confused. That's what Gizmo is. He's a Mogwai or Mogwai. I don't know. Oh, y'all confuse me with your conflicting verbiage, enunciations, pronunciations, all the above. Got a little out of line there because I have one little bristle that's over here by itself. So let's step over here, grab the scissors, and cut that little bristle. It's just a little hair like cut over here by itself. Cut it off. So it doesn't get something on it, and put little stray lines that I don't want on there because that's what it does. Yes, Jimbo, thank you for the Instagram out there. Feel free to go check it out, anybody. It's got I haven't posted a whole lot on it recently, but it's got a lot of my previous works on it for sure. All different things from some knife cases to some gun holsters to wallets to belts, guitar straps. What else do I have in there? What I've done? I did a combination. I need to be painting and talking instead of just talking. I did a combination thing with my sister where she did cut the wood out, stained the wood, and did the lettering, the vinyl letters, and I did the leather work made a flower out of softball. Actually out of softball leather. So repurposed it. We made that for an event, a banquet fundraiser for our old high school back home and for the seniors there. Did that. Trying to think what else. I can't think off the top of my head what I've done. What's on there? Just some art things. The fish, the koi fish I did. That's one of my favorite pieces to look at. I feel like I did an amazing job on that one. As an artist of sorts, crafter, we critique our own selves probably more than anybody else. So when we like what we do, that's a bonus. If it turns out the way we want it, or even if it doesn't turn out the way we initially started it, but we were able to maneuver and fix it, then there you go. It's always nice. And for those wanting to stay up to date with us on when we're going live, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We are live. Wednesdays for sure in the garage. Fridays for sure gaming. And Mondays are probably going to start venturing towards more leather out here in the garage. But keep up with Twitter, because if we have any changes to that schedule, which we do from time to time based on life events, change those. Sometimes there are things going on in the streaming world with other communities. If they have big events, this, that, and the other, that I may change a day so I can go support them a little more, help out, and I'll pick up another stream later in the week for myself. So sometimes we do that. I know recently when the crystal reset, I paused, so I tried to do that. Tried to... Let's see, the crystal reset for partners, was that Monday? I think it was Monday. I could be wrong. Or was it Friday? It was Friday. I played Destiny, so I think it was Friday. But anyways, it reset nonetheless, and I just started late because I wanted to see a couple people crack their crystal and help them crack their crystal. So did so, and then got going here. So just little things like that. Keep you in the loop of what's going on if you're following us on Twitter. And again, yeah, jump up with that in the link. Yep, the crystal that is last week. Yes, I believe it was Friday. I think so. Based on knowing who I was helping out. So, but I do think I'm gonna do Memorial Day, which is Monday. I don't believe that we have plans on Monday per se. So I may do some more. Sorry, I'm getting off there. You can't see that. I'll probably do, my stream may start a little earlier. We'll see how things are going. If I gotta not say come up with something, but I do need to figure out what I want to do. Because I'm not running out of things. I just don't have a project started. Don't have one in the works for anyone. Gotcha, Marler. Be right back. You do your thing, and we'll catch you in a little bit. The project, I don't have one in mind. I don't have one necessarily that I'm making. I have a couple things that people have wanted me to make. I just haven't done my research into those items yet, or I may have to purchase a few things to get them done. So those will wait a bit. So I gotta just figure out what I want to do on Monday. But it will probably be a longer stream. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Might be a little more of a not complete day, but some more days. So people can hang out and some people being off. And then that allows me the evening as well. If I'm not on the whole time, maybe myself go hang out with some folks. We'll see. But as that gets closer, I'll make that decision for sure, how things are going, and we'll post it. Welcome back, Marler. Yeah, I'll post that on Twitter. Sometime this weekend we'll figure out what we want to do. Work's been a bit busy, so I've this week just a busy time of year starting back up. Not that work, because things have been slow in general. It's just any normal time, this time of year gets busy. So I had a lot more requests of people wanting me to crunch some numbers for them and say, hey, we want to add so many people to our department this year. What's that going to cost? And what's that going to, can you give us an estimate? And I'm like, you want to add how many people to your department? Okay. Not that I have that, not that I'm going to say yes or no to that. I just give them their numbers, and then they can present that to the powers that be. Let's see how that goes. Marla! Thank you for the OG Panda. Marla, I really do appreciate you hanging out. I really do. You are everywhere all the time, and that's amazing to me. Like, just amazing that the support you show so many people, big, small, in between, just it's great. Really do appreciate you hanging around. How do you do it, by the way, Marler? Yeah, how do you do it? Well, I know the newer laptop helps. She can have a few more tabs open. You don't know. If I may ask, do you run everyone's stream on their highest quality, or do you keep them pretty low? If you have multiple tabs open at the same time, do you keep the ones you're not watching low, and then the one you are watching up a little higher? New laptop, what kind? I don't know what kind she got. I know she got it. It was before we got doing leather stuff, I think. I think we were still just playing games when she got it. It allows her to play games and have Mixer going, which is wonderful, right? Wonderful. I'm digging my new laptop. I'm on it all the time. But that keeps me from being on my phone all the time, I guess. I don't mess with that. Okay, we're getting close. We're getting close here. Got it a few months ago, yes. Yes. I have to remember how many tabs I have open, because when I am home watching and looking, sometimes my laptop likes to start singing to me. Not that it's bad, it starts kicking the fan up, kicks the fan on. So I typically have been turning down the quality of those that I'm more lurking in, and then the ones I'm actually actively watching, that's the ones I'll turn up, or the one. I have a bot going too, so I'll leave that one lurking somewhere most of the time. That one I keep turned down. I keep getting off stream for you guys too, don't I? And I was bebopping around. That was yesterday? Yes, that was yesterday afternoon. I was bebopping around in creative, checking people out, or scrolling through, seeing who and what was going on, because I really want creative to grow, just because Mixer is a streaming platform, and yes, it started out as games, but I see there's so much more potential that people can make things, draw things, graphic art, handcrafted tool, traded stuff, things that are the trades. There's even people that read books, which are very soothing because you can just put it in and listen to the story while you're at work, and I like that too. But I like the creative directory. I think there's a huge potential there, and I would like to see it grow. So there's that. Well, in doing so, I was looking around, and I found another guy that was doing something leather related on Mixer, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's someone else. Yes, there's somebody else. So it was fun. So it was cool to hang out with him. You're laughing at me. I was just like, what? I was like, hey, that looks familiar. Whoa, wait a minute. Because, I don't normally see leather. So it was very cool. He was making a bag. Every chance you get to. He went by Steve, like that was his name, I believe. His leather stuff was Lazy S Mountain, something like that. I can't remember the name either. I feel so bad. I followed him and I watched him for a while. It was really cool. So he was making a briefcase, and we talked a bit. And he said, he can build you just about anything. He can put it together. He can make it out of leather. He'll stitch it, sew it. He'll do, he'll make you something that's good and it'll last you a while. He said now he cannot tool to save his life. And I'm thinking, yes. Thank you, Whisper, because I got the first word, but I couldn't get the rest of it. I knew it was something. It's Hard and Fast 241. That was his name. They're all going to laugh at you. Yeah, everybody laughs at me. I know. They all laugh at me. I'm just that funny, right, guys? Just that funny. So, anyways, he said he can put anything together. Just let him know, and he'll figure it out. He'll engineer it more or less. And Marlar's not gonna laugh at me. Thank you, Marlar. Thank you. See there, guys. There you go. There you go. But he can engineer it. That's what he said. He can build it, he can make it, but he can't tool to save his life. So that was kind of cool to see. And he made a briefcase. And when I say a briefcase, Herc, you'll find this interesting. He was retired. He was in the Army. I don't know that he's retired from the military, but he was in the Army for a few years. And then he was a police officer, and he's now retired. Anyways, he has buddies that he still knows, and they're in like detail duty, keeping security detail. And he would, what did I miss? Night. Did I miss that? Night Herc. He's going, okay, really going to lurk this time. Have a good night. And if I don't make it back before you go, thank you. Go lurk, go have fun, enjoy yourself, and we will catch you next go around. Yes. Maeve's still here. Nice. But anyways, he was making that because his buddies are in security detail, and they have to be tactical, even though they're like dressed nice and this and another. He's like, so if you're going through the airport or you're going where somewhere into a hotel, and you have these guys dressed nicely and they're wearing these tactical backpacks, these 511 backpacks, it kind of gives away what they're doing. So he was making his buddy a briefcase that he could carry all his, be prepared for whatever may happen, that type of thing that he may or may not encounter while being on this security detail for this high profile individual, whomever it might have been. So it was cool to watch him do that. He mainly just sewed most of the day and talked to us, but before the end of the night, I kept popping back in last night, checking on things. He finished it up. It was pretty nice. Pretty cool. So it was nice to see more leather on Mixer. Apparently he's been doing some leather since January, but I guess I just miss him and haven't seen him because I say always I'm trying to check creative several times a day throughout the day, and so maybe I'm just not the right times. Anyways, so he does it when he can, which wasn't a schedule, so I guess it's kind of hard. Just have to have notifications on, I guess, and when you see him go live, then catch him. But hard to schedule a time to watch him because he says he keeps the kiddos at home. He's retired, so he does have a couple of those, and he's like, gotta make sure that they're well, and can't just leave them. They're little. So anyways, it was fun. It was very fun. Definitely someone I will go back and hang out with for sure. Just trying to go touch up a few pieces. Again, like I said before, we'll do some antiquing and it'll get down in those grooves, so we don't have to get it all the way in there. It'll work. But I think that one little spot behind him here, little bitty. Forgot that little piece back there almost. But that will do us for the bars. Got him in jail. Okay, now we need to do his claws, and they need to be kind of dirty, yucky, kind of like dog stuff. I don't know that I want to do them completely black, but maybe I do a little black and brown mix together with a little water. So we're going to put some water in the black, because I don't think we have anything else black to do. Even if we do, we'll do that. Got that, and then I'm going to stir it with my brown filled paintbrush. See how that comes out. Pretty brown. Not a pretty brown, like thoroughly brown. But it's got some black to it too. Let's see. Okay. Got a runny nose. I'm looking down. Trying to run on me. About put that in the green. That wouldn't have been good, would it? Okay, we got a little bit of brown on him. I think that'll work for his claws. Don't need a whole lot, but this is what we got so far. If I can turn it and get it, there we go. I think he looks so good. Like that light. There you go. Nice. He's so pretty. He's so cute. Okay, so we got to work on that slate for the blanket back here. That's behind him. And then we got to do the background. I don't know what we're going to do with the background yet. I'm thinking at this point, since we, I think we may leave the background plain, since we've put so much color and we have dark brown there. I don't think I want to do dark outline. Very cute. Thank you. I'm thinking we may just leave the background the neutral, the plain leather color, and whatever color our antiques it, leave it that way, so it's got that rugged look to it. Because like I said, we have the dark already, the crib. I don't think I want to put dark out here on next to it. I think that would distract from it. So if we put that resist on it, once it dries, it keeps the antique from actually, it'll give a little color to the leather and a little color on the paint, but it doesn't truly color it. If I were not to put the resist on it, the antique would give it a lot more color. So I don't want it to give too much color. We want to make it that kind of let it natural patina for the leather. Best way to say it, I guess. As it gets older and distresses in general. Just the nature of the beast. Ha ha ha, the cow being a beast. Yes. Okay, so we got that. Let's whip up our slate color. So we're going to use navy, maybe a dab of black, and then some gray. I don't know. We're going to see what we can come up with. We got navy. I want to dilute it though, because I want it to be a lighter. I don't want to be as bold as the crib currently. It's kind of wool. When I look at it, it looks like wool, just like his robe does. So we want it to be maybe not the color of that, but the lighter pastel of sorts. See what you did there? Yes, the beast. At least I can call you beast. Beastie. Oh, I mean bestie. That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. We're going to put what they call light gray. It looks like a dark gray to me, actually. I mean, it's light, but it's not as light as I would expect light gray to be. See what you did there. Ha cha 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 cha. Let's see what we can come up with. Again, mixing colors can be fun. What do we have? We can use the big brush, I think. Yeah. Got big bold lines. I think will be fun. Mix it up real good. That light gray's not wanting to mix as well. It's kind of sitting there on the top for us. Let's see what we got. I think that'll work. I do want to add a little more water, I think, just a little. Dilute it just a bit outside. Okay, we got that. Let's see what this is going to look like. It's pretty dark, so it's going to be hard to see the actual slate. It's just going to be dark. But I do want to, again, we use that modeling spoon to make the curves and everything in the blanket, right? So I do want to try to be a little heavier on those marks so that we have a shading, a natural shading. We're getting pretty darn close to being done here, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yeah, I did that. Sound like a circus announcer, don't I? Yeah. It was funny, though. In my head, anyways. But yeah, hopefully as we get I'm able to spend a little more time on the stream stuff. Hopefully we have some cool things in the works. I know last time we showed a little bit of some scenes that Jimbo's been helping put together. I need to sit down. Like I said, this weekend I did not do a whole lot of stream work. I actually hung out and enjoyed time with Jimbo. We played quite a bit of games. It was good to relax and play and have fun and not be, we'll say, working. That was nice. So it was good. So hopefully I'll get some time to put a little more work in and get a few more things done. And maybe we can have some of our new scenes and this, that, and the other. I would like certain things to get done, all that we can get them all done at one time. Because, again, I like our purple transition between scenes. I really do. I like it. It's cool. But I don't know that it's going to go well with our the leather scene, the background things that Jimbo's put together. It's very, very elegant, classy, I think, the look to it that he's going with. So I need to figure out how to incorporate some of our cartoon type stuff that we've come up with that are very, very cool. Incorporate that in with it. Be fun. Because we're fun here. We're not too classy. I mean, we're respectful of one another, of course, but we have a good time too. So we'll see. As Jimbo says, he's looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to it being more my own. And I know I've done things here with our scenes, this, that, and the other. I've done a few things, but a lot of that's been template type stuff too. So it'll be nice to have some things that I've created or family members or friends have created instead of having something that anybody could have. So it'd be nice to tailor it towards the stream as well. So definitely looking forward to that. Again, no promises on when that'll get done, but we're constantly trying to improve it. And then with that, there's things that, ever changing. Things will change. And not in a bad way. They'll just, we try to keep growing and getting better with each stream, each week, each thing we do. So again, if anyone has ideas that they would like to see done, or just, hey, here's, spark an idea, I'm all for that. I mean, I am, as many of you know, I'm in other channels. I'm mod elsewhere too, and a lot of the community, a lot of ideas come from the community. So I'm open for suggestions, and some suggestions may or may not work well, but it may spark creative instincts within others. So I'm all for that. Okay, one more go over this because it just looks a little light as it's drying. It's not as slate as I would like it. One more go over this. We actually made up some time. Figured we'd be here till 10 o'clock. But then again, I also thought I was going to probably do the background too. I was going to diet, but change plans. Pump the brakes. So, in a good way, I think it's good. I don't know that we need the background dyed because of that dark brown. I want it to stay there. Don't want it to be hidden. Thank you, Jimbo, for the honey bunny. Thank you. Okay, I think I want to call it quits. I don't think I want to do eyeball. I don't want to do a stand up while I talk here. I don't want to do the white eye. I think it looks good the way it is. It's got just enough gloss to it, I think. We got his, let's see if we can get this here. Sorry, I was studying. Let's see if we can get that where it's not too bright, but also focus. There we go. Got his eyeballs. We got a little pink in his ear. We got the green all over his face and hands. We got some brown on his claws. We got a really dark brown on the crib, and we got his his blankie, and it's slate blue is what we're gonna call it, slate. And I think that's about done. I'm pretty happy with that. We'll, obviously once I got something. Okay, good. It wasn't just a chunk of something. It wasn't color. We'll do some resist once it dries. I'll probably do that off stream and do the antique as well off stream because it really doesn't take long. I've shown that before, and it doesn't take very long to do that. Definitely not a full stream worth. So unless I just need something to do, a little, start the day or something Monday, I might. We'll see. Definitely won't dedicate a whole stream to showing those colors, that's for sure. But let's go over here and put it on the bigger screen so we can see and get the color, see how it looks to you guys. And most likely it won't be awake, so we're going to have to fix it, as always. At least I know how to fix this at this point. It's a pain, but I know how to fix it. So that's from a distance what you got. You can see that. I'm pretty happy with that. That's pretty cool. And then we got it up close. See if it'll. Probably not going to super focus because the autofocus is not on. So I like it. I like it a lot. He turned out so cute. He still looks sad, but he doesn't look as sad because he's got color. What do y'all think? I think he looks amazing. Very cool. Very cool. I'm digging it. What about you guys? I'm having a good time. Looks adorable. Thank you, Maeve. Thank you. Marler, yes, yes, yes. Looks adorable. What are you laughing at, Jimbo? He looks amazing. Color makes him not look as sad. Yeah, I mean, he's still sad, but the color, I feel like the color makes it a little more, I don't know, I guess it brings him to life, so maybe some people might think he looks more sad. I don't know, he's lifelike, so it didn't look as sad to me as plain. You may have a varying opinion, and that is totally okay. I think he's not as sad because he's pretty. Pretty. Let's see. What do we got here? So, yeah, we're going to finish up. I'm going to see who we might want to go say hi to. Since we are on the laptop and we can go say hello to someone if we need to. Let's see. How about we go say hi to Jay Sweat? We haven't said hi to him. I think that's who we'll say hi to. I think so. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with us. It's been an amazing night. I've thoroughly enjoyed visiting with everyone, each and every one of you, and coloring Baby Yoda, giving him some lifelike. It's very cool. I like it. It's been fun. It sounds like fun to give him some attention and love. Yes, for sure. Good night, Marler. Yes. Again, we are Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. Central Time. We will be playing some games. Yeah, we'll do at Urkraid for now until we figure out what we want to do. Again, suggestions are welcome on those type of things as we try to be creative on different stuff. But we will play, let's see, Friday night. I don't know what we'll play. I'm not sure. We might jump into some Sea of Thieves, but I think that might be hard for streaming wise. I don't know. We'll see. I know we don't have a whole lot to hang out with us when we do games, so it might not be as hard to stream it. But we'll see. We'll give it a go. I don't know. Maybe Jimbo will play with us. Maybe not. We'll see what we can do. But anyways, that is what we got. He's laughing at me or smiling. I'm not sure with that big crazy emote. But copy and paste that. We will go ahead. I'll throw our screen up. And we will see you Friday night, 7 p.m. Central. Thanks you guys for all the love, the hosts, the follows, the sparks, the tons of sparks dropped tonight, and the embers. They are appreciated as always. So thank you and have a wonderful night. Until next time. Later.